It was the height of the Great Recession when Mary came into our office seeking assistance. She had recently lost her job and was facing an eviction from her apartment in 2 weeks. So we did what we always do. We sent her downtown to the homeless shelters to get on the wait list in hopes that a bed will become available when she needs to be out of her apartment in 2 weeks. Later that afternoon, she came running back to our office in tears, saying, "I don't know where you just sent me, but I'm not homeless like that. I will not put myself and my kids in that situation. What I saw there, it just was not safe. It is not for us. I just lost my job, and I'll be on my feet in no time. I'd rather live in my car." In San Diego County, the Regional Task Force on Homelessness estimates annually 3,000 people are homeless and living in their vehicle, of which 70% are experiencing homelessness for the first time. And just like Mary, they often do not fit in to the traditional homeless service systems. So at the height of the recession, I knew I had to do something, because I kept hearing, "I'd rather live in my car." So I got a group of students from San Diego State University and Cal Western Law School to take a look at what it would take to help these individuals before they slip further into homelessness and experience more trauma. They researched what it would take to open and start a program that would provide overnight safety with services and be cost-effective. From this research, the Safe Parking Program took shape. In April 2010, we opened our first site with 15 spots. Within a couple days, we had 2 individuals. In less than a month, the site was full. There was more people seeking assistance and safety than we could even accommodate. I knew in that moment we were on to something. So, what is safe parking? Well, I want to start with what safe parking is not. It is not a solution to homelessness. It is a program where we can reach individuals where they're most vulnerable at the start of their homeless experience. The program goal is to help them move quickly back into housing before they spiral further into homelessness and potentially experience the trauma of losing their vehicle and ending up on the streets. So what does safe parking look like in our community? Well, it's parking lots where people come and stay safely overnight and receive services right on site. These services can include case management, housing resource assistance, possibly in the form of rental and deposit assistance, emergency assistance, which is such things as food, basic needs, and enrollment into public benefits that they may qualify for. In addition, we offer financial education, where we're pulling their credit reports to ensure that they're ready to get that apartment when it becomes available. In addition, these sites offer a place for community building, where our participants come together and lean on each other and support each other as they work through this trauma of homelessness. So who utilizes safe parking? Well, look around. It's our community at large. It's young and old. It's working families who are not earning enough to afford the high cost of housing. It is couples with or without children. It is single moms and single dads. And our fastest growing population right now is our older adults and elderly, making up 45 to 50% of the people we see each night. Here in San Diego, safe parking has grown tremendously, from our initial 15 spots to over 250 spots across the county. But it's still not enough. Our 2023 point-in-time count and daily count of homelessness indicated close to 600 are sleeping in their vehicle each night. We have worked with many cities and municipalities up and down the coast to replicate safe parking in their communities and in their cities. And as of this date, over 25 cities and regions have safe parking programs. So I'd like to leave you with the story of a family that I've recently worked with. Mike and his wife. Mike was on the autistic spectrum, and his wife did not have the legal right to work here in the United States. They had 6 children between the ages of 6 and 6 months. When the rent went up on their apartment last summer, he could not make ends meet between his and his son's disability. So he moved his family into their van and ultimately ended up at our safe parking site. So we had to have some hard conversations with Mike because he was right. His income and his wife's inability to work was not going to support housing and the needs of their family here. But he had mentioned something. He had family in South Dakota. So we asked if he'd reach out to them to see if he could possibly reunite. The families helped them find a house that they could afford with their disability money. So we gave the family some gas cards, loaded up their car with 3 days of food and snacks and toys for the kids, and sent them off to South Dakota. A few months ago, he reached out to us to let us know that they made it and that they were happy, that the kids were enrolled in school, and it was the best decision that he had ever made. So I ask you, what would you do if you suddenly lost your job and then your home? Would you stay in a shelter, or would you rather live in your car? Thank you.